Parents and educators have an opportunity to figure out what potential red flags might be on the radar before school begins. Here are a few of them. One of them is figuring out if children have challenges with the sounds of language. We call that phonemic awareness, which is under the bigger umbrella of how you process the sounds of language called phonological processing. So there's really good research on how that skill develops over time. And for example, kids who have trouble with rhyming or with figuring out what sounds are in different letters, that's an indicator that we look for as a red flag. So number one, phonemic awareness challenges. Number two, challenges with the letters and knowing what sounds different letters make. We call that letter knowledge or letter identification. So if kids see letters and are able to tell you what sounds they make, that's awesome progress. If they're having trouble with learning that over time, that's something to have on your radar as a potential red flag. So phonemic awareness and letter knowledge and identification are two. Number three is something that we call rapid naming or rapid automatized naming, and the shorthand is RAN, R-A-N. That's a skill where we have kids read or name colors or objects most commonly, and name them as they're looking at them on a page, and reading them as fast as they can without making mistakes. And so that doesn't require looking at words, it requires looking at images that they've learned, like swatches of red, blue, and yellow. And when kids are able to do that efficiently and automatically, it gives us an idea of how they'll come to reading with ease and with fluency. But when it's hard for them to retrieve the name of something that they're looking at, that's a red flag we want to have on our radar as well. So we have phonemic awareness, letter identification or letter knowledge, and rapid naming as three. Now, oral language is incredibly important for reading as well. So measuring children's vocabulary knowledge and conversely helping them learn lots about words and lots of different words is a great way to address that potential risk factor. So phoneme awareness, letter identification, rapid naming, and vocabulary are 4 risk factors you can take a look at. One other one is simply finding out if there's a family history of reading or language challenges or an existing diagnosis, because dyslexia is hereditary, and having a sense of what kinds of experiences parents have had is a helpful way to figure out what might be on the potential radar for children.